How y'all doing out there? What the hell? Wow, bomb? The bomb. Why am I a bum? Oh shit, I'm bumming. I don't like it. But you know what? You're gonna make it do what it does, and what it doesn't do, it didn't do it in the first place. Work some of these. Okay, okay. Where the display was? My bad, I want to make sure I got a proper warm-up. Okay, so there's no way that I can get out of that. Except for that. That's the only way I can get out of it. Alright, I think we ready. I think we ready. Let's get ready to rumble, you man.
Get ready for the next battle.
Let me know if the air conditioner gets annoying. I got the central air on too, for real, so I can probably turn it off, but it was just hot outside. I just got back from classes. That shit like a whole job. But the day was kind of fun today though. We actually built a containment unit. Like when you do asbestos, it's a whole bunch of regulations and shit. Where you gotta set up a room with a shower and shit like that for all your workers. I felt like I was setting up a Dexter kill room. Gibberish. Krabby Patties.
Get ready for the next battle.
Man, I was watching the stream. What's up, home? I seen you getting it in and shit. Yeah, I know you had to bounce and shit. But yeah, I had checked out the stream. I rewinded it. You know, I wanted to see somebody. Yeah, I wanted to see another Hwoarang on the rank too. It'd be hard to find good, constant Hwoarang matches on the rank. Like, I think I'm probably one of the only people that post rank on a regular like that. I started posting though even back when I was a warrior for real, cause I used to have some cool matches. I would do some cool shit in the matches. So I was like, you know what, it's worth posting. I ain't gonna post nothing unless it's worth posting. That's why, like, if y'all look, I got, I don't know how many, but I got a lot. I got a lot of videos, and I'm telling you, most of them, it's some ill shit that happened. Like, I wouldn't even post it unless something ill happened, something funny, or you know, interesting. Oh shit, my controller. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just said broadcast was paused. I had to secure the win for the match before I went back to turn the broadcast back on. I don't know why I paused it. I didn't even know you could pause it, but well, I did know that. The option is right there. That is definitely. But yeah, I was watching the joint the stream from last night. That shit was kind of funny. But yeah, I was whipping some ass a little bit. Like, you know, when I wasn't getting whipped, I was doing some great ass whipping, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you, fellow. You wanna be sheathing? Don't be sheathing, motherfucker! You ain't got time to sheath.
Get ready for the next battle.
I doubt it. You know, Tekken got a great track record of bringing in characters from other genres. Just think about Akuma. For the 20 days I got to play Tekken 7, yo, man, that Akuma story match was serious, yo. Especially on a hard joint. I forgot I still got a Boston cream donut. Oh yeah, I ain't never played the Tekken that Jinpachi on. I know that's Heihachi father or something, right? He did that man dirty, man. Going put him at the bottom of the house to hold the house up. So he ran out of strength and starved him to death. That's some gruesome shit. I mean, but shit, what do you do to a man that's unkillable? You know, because I'm pretty sure, like father, like son, father is a serious motherfucker too. I messed up. Get them legs out my face, lady. You wanna get fresh? Oh shit, she got fresh. I'm playing with one hand on the controller. Now I got two hands. Look, Mom, no hands. Man, I thought I was the shit as soon as I learned how to ride with no hands on my bike. Thought I was even more the shit when I learned how to wheelie. Yeah, if you get them off, you wait till the end. Should have been lifted. Yeah, my bad. I kept having to take one hand off the controller. I couldn't use my direction. Oh yeah, you know what? I do gotta call my brother. Ask him some stuff. I can't use no directional buttons. Now I'm ready. Man, I knew that move was too long. Hey yo, and when I was watching the stream, yo, I realized why people don't punish the back threes. And the reason why is, like, I was fighting a Paul and I could understand, like, I hit him with like 3 back threes and he blocked them all. But the reason why he couldn't punish was because each of those times he was about to move. It was like, I guess in his mind he felt like, you know, like I was anticipating when he was gonna move. And that's really what I be doing, you know, anticipating when a motherfucker gonna move. Or just waiting until I get a sign that they are launchable. And you know, it's like if you about to move and a person, if you about to press the input to move and the person hits you with a move and you gotta block really quick, it's not, you know, it's not that easy to be able to, you know, punish in those instances. It's not like a regular situation where you just regular and a nigga hit you with a back three. Like, when I hit motherfuckers with a back three, it's at the time when they about to move. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, especially when you doing it, like when you doing it the way I be doing it, like with so much abundance, I might throw like 10. I might throw like 5 back threes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in one match, one round. You see what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers ain't used to that. Especially if you're doing it at the right moments. Like, the moments that I pick to do it, it be the right moments most of the time. And if a motherfucker is able to do some shit like that, you might get apprehensive thinking they might be psychic or some shit. Like, but I ain't psychic. I'm just a computer whiz, man. I mean, nothing I can't do with computers or computer programs, you know, because I understand how they work at a fundamental level. You see what I'm saying? Just like this game. This game is a bunch of if, and or statements. You see what I'm saying? Being, you know, computed in the code. You know, if a person does this, this happens. You see what I'm saying? If, and or. That's the essence of logic. And logic is how all games are written. Like, you know, I know y'all know that everything is ones and zeros. And your computer has something in it called a compiler. And that compiler, what it does is it takes programming inputs and changes them into, you know, the ones and zero inputs that your computer can actually, you know, use. And if you gain an understanding of how the program works inherently, like at a fundamental level, then you can exploit it. Just like I know that certain situations, you know, I can put myself at an advantage by doing the right things. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't claim to be the best or even one of the best. You know what I mean? That would be arrogance on my part, because, you know, it's motherfuckers that been playing this game probably just as, I mean, for like 30 years almost, probably. You know, because it's been out for almost that long. So I would never claim to be one of the best. I just claim to have an understanding of computers, and I can make Tekken play the way I wanted to play. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say all that, but thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, no, I mean, humility is definitely at the center point of my game. Y'all can tell you, I mean, if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know I don't talk negative about anybody. I don't talk down about people. I don't discourage people. I don't make ignorant comments. I don't disrespect people, even after they disrespected me. You see what I'm saying? I try to make sure that I don't allow another person's actions to dictate my actions, because then that means that they have control over me, even if it's inadvertent control that they don't mean to have. I'm allowing them to make me react a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like when people come in with negative comments, I embrace them. You know? And plus, you know, stuff like that keep things interesting. You dig them? You know? And you know, I come from the hood, so, you know, I'm used to shit like that. And there's always gonna be a nigga hating. You know? You just gotta know how to put them in their place. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to put them in their place, man. Oh shit, you know, my bad. I ain't really been putting my all into this fight, but he ain't gonna make an excuse. He beat me fair and square. You know how I'm talking about? Man, I ain't even gonna lie though. Going through these classes, because after this week, like I was gonna tell y'all on Sunday, but pretty much, I mean, I told y'all before that I work for both my siblings, so I've been working for my sister for years, and you know, I'm just now about to start working for my brother. He has a company that does asbestos, mold remediation, and all types of different construction for schools. He gets contracts with schools, and you know, it's his company. He owns it outright, and he's allowing me to come on as a supervisor. That's why I gotta go through this training. You know what I mean? I had to dig deep. I had to dig into my savings for this, because you know, I mean, he said that he gonna pay for it, like he gonna reimburse me in my check. But the class is $800, man. But it's good. It's been fun. It's been a fun experience, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, it's a lot of stuff to learn though. Just because OSHA and you know, all these different safety places, the EPA, they got all these different codes and rules and stuff like that. But it's cool though. I like it. I miss working construction. Back when I was younger, I was a roofer for a few years, for real. Right before I got hired at the post office, I was a roofer. And you know, I grew a love of construction back then. Like the house that I'm living in, you know, I helped fix it up back then. You know what I mean? And you know, good work like that, I love work like that. That type of stuff goes by fast, you know, when you measuring stuff, and you know, I get to use my brain. you know. But now, you know, I'm gonna be in this. I'm gonna be doing it in a supervisor capacity because, you know, my brother owned the company and he looking out for his little bro. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it. I'm just happy to be. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be able to help out the people who I can never pay back for the help that they giving me. Like, you know, they probably, you know, my brother, he the first person that taught me, not to sound raunchy, but he the first person that taught me how to wash my balls. You know, like for real. Like my sister, you know, she used to take me everywhere, babysit me and change me and all that. Like, you know, I can never pay them back for the things that they've done for me over the years. But what I can do is make sure that I don't disappoint them. And I take every opportunity as I take it as serious as I would my own endeavors. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, technically they are my own, you know. Because this is family, you know. You treat family stuff as good as you would treat your own stuff always, you know. You gotta understand, you know, karma is real. And what goes around always comes back around. You know how I'm talking about? But yeah, I'm so happy to be able to help them both out, you know what I mean? And make some money while I'm doing it. I'm gonna be a borderline boss. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna be working with the workers. Even though as a supervisor, I really don't have to. But it's been so much stuff. Like, I've been having to study. I've been having to, you know, it gave us a big ass regulation book. And, you know, I just had to study a lot because they're giving us a test on Friday for us to get our certificate. And, yeah, man. I'll be so happy after I'm finished this. And then I can, you see what I'm saying, actually get to work. Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. You know, I used to consider myself a boss. I mean, I've always been a boss in my viewpoint, because I literally been a boss. Like, you know, I mean, I don't, you know, in my paperwork, it showed that I was the boss of my organization. You see what I'm saying? Not that that's a good thing. It's definitely a bad thing. I mean, I'm not trying to paint it as being good, but you know, I'm used to having people working for me and breaking bread. You see what I'm saying? And that's why now, like, man, I don't care. And I try not to, but if I need a favor, I mean, I got a plethora of people that would look out for me just off the strength of how I used to play fair with everybody. You know what I mean? I'd sacrifice my own profit to make sure that somebody that's doing work for me got profit. You see what I'm saying? I mean, got what they need to get. You see what I'm saying? And that's what a true boss does, yo. A boss is somebody that's gonna make sure everybody gonna eat, and that's how I always carry shit. You see what I'm saying? Even when it came down to street shit or non-street shit. You see what I'm saying? And I understand chain of command. Yeah, I might be a boss, but you know, I had a boss over top of me. You see what I'm saying? And you know that nigga, he killed people. So I was like, you know, fuck that. I ain't gonna fuck up. I wouldn't fuck up even if he didn't do that, but still. Oh man, God rest his soul, man. He was a real dude, you know. You see what I'm saying? He had a heart attack while I was locked up. You see what I'm saying? He was a good dude though. From out of Cali, like an older, one of them old dudes. But he was an old gang member, like an old Crip. You see what I'm saying? So he talked like a Crip and shit like that, but he don't carry himself like a Crip. Like, you know, he got mansions and stuff. I'm talking about like a dude that gave him, one of his people that gave him a $300,000 car as a gift. Like he was charged up for real, you see what I'm saying? And he was a real nigga. And you know, I just tell my sister like shit. You know, when I be doing work for my sister, I tell my sister like, listen, yo, you the plug, yo. So at the end of the day, yo, like, you ain't gotta ask me, hey, can you do this? Just tell me what to do and I'ma do it. You see what I'm saying? I know how I play my position. You see what I'm saying? And she always calling me, hey, can you do? I'm like, yo, listen, you ain't gotta ask me that. You see what I'm saying? I'm with you, you know. So just tell me what you need done and it's done. You know, that's how you gotta be. You gotta be humble enough to understand your position and play your position. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry about A lot of motherfuckers be worried about other people's position so much that they neglect their own position. You see what I'm saying? Just like in Tekken, a lot of people be worried about the wrong stuff. You gotta worry about the right stuff. And another thing that I noticed from watching the stream yesterday, yo, like, yo, Korean backdash is a serious liability, and I'm gonna tell you why. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was playing against this one player. I think it was a Steve, or I forgot what they were. But pretty much they was doing that Korean backdash and all that, and I was able to get them with now, and they was backing up. But because my peacekeeper or peacemaker or pacemaker, whatever the fuck the move is, because that shit came at the right time when they was pressing down back, it got them every time. You see what I'm saying? Like, what you're doing, like, y'all know how after I play for like 3 hours, I be feeling fatigued and shit. Like, you know, like my fingers might feel a little sore. You know, after I play for 3 hours, I get fatigued. And the thing is, while you pressing all of those, like, think about it. In order to back up, you're essentially pressing 5 buttons. You're pressing 5 buttons for 2 back dashes. You know, 3 more for any subsequent back dashes. Just from what I see in the, you know, on the inputs. So essentially, just the back dash, you're pressing 5 different inputs. And you know, each input that you're pressing, I mean, it takes up time. But still, there's 5 different inputs just to back up. And one of those inputs puts you at a position where you're technically crouching. So if a person hits you during that moment, you're vulnerable. And another thing is, you're unable to motherfucking, my bad, I ain't have to put the motherfucking in there. But you're unable to get any inadvertent side steps. Like, okay, boom, look. You see I move side to side, back, front, all over. You see what I'm saying? And different, you know, just in a random pattern, depending on. Sometimes I depending on a character. Like if it's a character whose moves I've been through, and I know that I should step them to a certain side more often, then I might, you know, emphasize that side a little bit more when during my inadvertent movements. You see what I'm saying? And when I say inadvertent, I just mean moves that I'm just doing just, you know, naturally. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just happening, you know? My natural, neutral movement. You dig 'em? But, you know, I'd say about 50% of my sidestep punishes come from just me already sidestepping in that direction as part of my natural movement, and a person doing a move that brings them forward and, you know, gets the whip. But I've never played against a person that Korean backdash and it made a difference at all. Like, if anything, I don't even be noticing that they do it most of the time, unless I'm actually setting out to watch and see that they do it. Like, during the match, I don't even be paying attention that they Korean backdash. You see what I'm saying? But if I happen to notice it, then, you know, I'm going to do a lot of peacekeepers, that move right there. I'm going to do a lot of them. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people got a tendency to whip. Or, you know, they play reactive. So when I do a skyrocket or any type of move, they, you know, they tend to try to react. And a lot of times, you know, that reaction puts them at an advantage because I'm already gearing up to do, if I miss, I'm gearing up to do, hold up. I can't see the whole thing, cut it off. Let me, hold up. Bruh, stop. You don't know how normal, oh, hold up. Let me, this seems like an interesting comment. I'm definitely interested to see. Hold on. Let me open it up on my phone. My bad. He's gonna beat me. Alright, okay. Is it open? Hoddly doodly. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. Let me turn it down, so I don't start a feedback loop. Okay, now what did he say? You don't know how normal why to get, we get it, and clearly your apps don't know how normal when to use it. We get it. Huh? What you talking about, Willis? You don't know how normal why to get KBD. We get it. And clearly your apps don't know how normal when to use it. We get it. Huh? I don't know what you talking about, Friday. But can you speak that in a more coherent manner, just so I can understand it? Because I was confused. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make a dig. I'm just saying it was kind of convoluted. I couldn't understand the word that you was trying to, the point that you was making. How normal Y to KBD? I don't know how normal Y to KBD. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I guarantee you, Korean backdash offers no advantage at all whatsoever, and I can stand on that. You know how I can stand on that? Because I played against so many people at Korean backdash. It's not even funny, and I guarantee you, I was able to create way more whips than they were. Like, guaranteed. Just look it up. The proof is in the pudding. Don't take my word for it. Do your due diligence and look at the gameplay when I'm playing against a person that's Korean backdashing, and see if that gives them any advantage. Only advantage is my down 3-4. They might be further back when I do down 3-4 a lot of times. But the beautiful thing about that is, because they're further back, and they're there, and they understood that I did whiff, they tend to make a move then, not knowing that that back three is coming. And when the back three step through, shit, move out the way, because that motherfucker's going to ruin your day. It's like, nah. But yeah, like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. I don't even think Korean backdash would be able to defeat me in Tekken if I was just in Tekken 7 if I was to play it. I've been playing Tekken 7, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say on a secret tip. I just ain't been streaming none of it, but I be playing Tekken 7 every once in a while, just for the sole fact of I like to try out different Tekkens and play and just see what it's like, you know what I mean? As a means to understand Hwoarang and how he has changed over the years. I feel as though that's just part of my due diligence as trying to be a better Hwoarang. I want to understand the history of his movements, because I only know him from 3, so that's why I got all the Tekkens that they got in the PlayStation Store. I got 7, I got 6, I got 2, I got 3, and what else do I got? Do I got 4? I don't know. I think I might have just got 4. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, 4 I never played before. The last Tekken I played was Tekken 3. And you know what? I think I played a little bit of Tag Tournament 1. But after Tag Tournament 1, that's when I got older. I think I had just started at the post office then, so I really ain't had time to play games. Working at the post office, especially in your first, this is how it used to be. I don't think it's this way now, but in your first 5 years working at the post office, because that's how long it takes to become a career carrier. When I was there, your first 5 years, you're gonna be working so many hours without a choice, like because you have to do overtime. You have no choice. As a PTF, which means part-time flex, but it's nothing part-time about it. You work 10 hours every day, Monday through Sunday. You actually work on Sundays, 2 Sundays a month. You know what I mean? Delivering express mail and stuff like that. And Yeah, that's how it used to be. We worked 6 days a week, and then 2 weeks out of that month we worked 7 days a week. So our checks used to be, yeah, our checks was showing up. And I think when I first started the post office, my first pay was like $18.80, I believe. My bad, I got one hand on the controller. Can I play with just one hand? No. Okay, put the other hand back. My bad. I'm actually working, doing some work for my sister while I'm be streaming today, so I need y'all to just bear with me a little bit. I get this stuff done. But yeah, man, I can't wait, yo. I really this was a good experience, you know. Leaving out, like I gotta be there at 8:30, and I'm there all the way until 4 o'clock, like a regular job, you know. And I just found out that I'm getting paid for it. I ain't even know. I ain't even know my brother was paying me for the training and shit. That's what's up. But then after the training, you know, I would guess that I'll probably start working that week. So, you know, I'm not going to be able to stream as much as I used to, but I will be able to do it daily. I think that by me having an actual work schedule and that, you know, being a big part of the schedule of my life, it'll make it to where as though, you know, I could stream at the same time. I could stream at the same time every day, you know, to bring some consistency. And, yeah, you know. And it'll be like, boom, I work, I come home, I stream, and then I go to bed. That's not bad, you know. And then I'm gonna be working out, trying to get back into working out. Now that my homie moved out my basement, then I got my whole weight room and all that free. Cause I had, man, before he moved in there, I had a full-fledged weight room. Like I got an Olympic size bench press. I got you know, I got a squat set. I got, you know, one of them bars that you could use for squatting. I got like 350 in just, you know, what is that, barbells, or, well, I say plates. I got 350 in plates. I got, you know, all types of stuff down there. I got several small benches for doing little work, you know. And I got an all-in-one bench. That's my main bench press, but that got, you know, the legs and all that stuff that you could do. And I got a 100-pound heavy bag in the back room. Because, you know, I used to use the basement as, like, you know, just a workout room, but I was bluffing. But now I'm about to get back to it, you know. Because I can't be bluffing. And I feel a lot better getting out the house, you know, more often, you know. So yeah, my life is about to change dramatically, and I'm happy for it, man. I'm all for it. Because I think I got spoiled just doing the computer work, because that shit just easy, you know. I can do it from my home. I got, you know, because I'm good, and because I'm proficient with Python and you know, LLMs, even though my GPU is messed up, so I can't run any of my LLMs anymore. But because, you know, they need a NVIDIA graphics card to run in, because, you know, it does it all. It does it on its own. I mean, it uses the cards, you know, to do it. You know. Oh shit! Let me focus. But yeah, man, I'm super happy, man. My nephew just graduated high school. You know, I'm super proud of him. And he's actually going to Spain for a program. You know, like he does dancing, but like classical dance. I think you can consider. I mean, yeah, I think he does ballet, but he does other types of ballet, dancing and stuff like dancing type of thing, and he's really good at it, like prodigious. So he gets a lot of different not scholarships, but just a lot of different opportunities because of his dancing skills. You know what I mean? But that's why, you know, I try to make sure that my young little nephew, I think he make sure he got everything that he needs. You know what I mean? So that's my little homie. Dig him. I was kind of weary because see, he got an older brother. That's my other nephew. I know y'all probably heard me talk about him. I got like 6. No, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 nephews all together and 3 nieces all together. See what I'm saying? But you know, his brother, you know, he older, but he a YN. You know what I mean? So you know how YN is. But I remember one time I was on stream, just, you know, I was talking about a whole bunch of things. You know, I was getting real with y'all one night, and I was just saying like how I wish it, you know, me and my nephew was back cool. You see what I'm saying? And we back cool for real. So that's a blessing, man. Cause he was upset with me for a while because I was you know, like, in his mindset, it's like, okay, you was selling stuff, so how can you treat me different when I was doing the same thing that you was doing? And you know, I had to, I mean, it's hard to really rebut that, except for the fact of, hey, you know, I'm not doing it now, and that's because I learned from my mistakes. And the one thing that I learned in the feds was that, man, the game is rigged, yo. Like, it's not even worth playing. Not even worth playing the game. Because it's set up for you to fail at every corner, and nobody wins. It's no winners when it comes to that shit. Because karma is real. I mean, and not just karma being real, like the universe, man. The universe always makes sure to collect its debts. If you owe the universe, oh, don't think you're going to escape it, because it's going to definitely come back. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you're doing negative things, you gain negative outcomes. That's just simple math. You see what I'm saying? You can't turn a negative into a positive. It's impossible. Only way you can do that is by adding enough positivity to it to make it a positive. And, you know, that means you are abstaining from the negative shit. So, you know what I mean? But either way, I ain't gonna philosophicalize and talk a whole bunch of old nigga shit in y'all ears. But if you are a young nigga, right, just understand, yo, your prime years are the years while you young. That's when you're able to accomplish the most and do the most, have the most energy, and a greater mental capacity and way to use that mental capacity. The older you get, the more things degrade. So, you know, taking a lot of risks as a youngster can put you in a position where, you know, you're missing out on the golden years of your life. Like, man, listen, when they first told me I had a 20-year mandatory minimum, man, that was the saddest I ever been, yo. But see, I'm a different type of breed. Like, I accept responsibility for my actions, and I hold accountability, what's the word I'm looking? Sacrosanct. You know what I mean? Like, accountability is sacrosanct to me. You know? A motherfucker that can't be accountable to himself is a motherfucker that I wouldn't want to be around. Because then that person has some type of complex that prevents them from being able to own up to their mistakes as a man, and I can't respect that. You see what I'm saying? So I try to make sure that accountability is a major part of my existence. Because, oh shit. Because at the end of the day, like, you're accountable for all of your actions and the consequences of those actions. Like, most people, I mean, I know a few people, man, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, if somebody telling them they got a 20-year mandatory minimum, like, oh yeah, my bad, I'm just rapping, I'm just chatting and shit. But as you can see, like, yo, I could have beat each one of them. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I really could have. I'm just bullshitting.
Next battle.
Well, no, it was one person that I probably wouldn't have been able to beat if I was paying extreme attention. I'm trying to get it to where as though when I'm talking, I can get into the same zen that I get into when I'm freestyling. Because when I'm freestyling, I just be beating ass. Like I'd be freestyling for like 30 minutes, and I look down, I got like an 8-win streak, and I ain't even been paying attention on the streak. I don't even know who I was fighting. I just know that I was winning. I'm trying to build that up, you know, so I can get that ultra instinct, you know. That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about? I'm glad they gave Vegeta a new transformation too, yo. That was real cool. I needed my homie to get a win, yo. They don't be giving Vegeta wins like that. And yeah, I know this may sound crazy coming from me, because I always say that I learned so much from Goku, but I fuck with Vegeta more than Goku. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm team Vegeta, yo. That's my homie, yo. I hope the cartoons nowadays are giving out lessons the same way they did in our day. Cause man, I don't know where I'd be in life if it wasn't for the lessons I learned from you know, this Dragon Ball Z and all the other shows I used to watch. They always had a good message and taught you things that you needed to know to be a good and righteous person. And I had a lot of people in my life that I could watch and gain understanding on how to be righteous from, you know. Like, yeah, I know I might talk about my brother getting on my nerves, but, you know, I'm talking about older brother. But, man, I ain't even gonna lie, yo. I wouldn't trade that shit for the world, yo. Like, if he stopped being on my heels and being so hard on me, then I would feel some type of way. But the fact that he does it, that just lets you know, he cares. Even if he isn't, even if I don't feel as though what he is doing, even though I don't feel as though he's doing it in the right manner, you know, at the end of the day, a person can only do what they can do, and they can only be who they are. You know, if you love someone, you gotta accept them as who they are. You know what I mean? Not as who you want them to be. Because, I mean, if you can't, then that means you truly don't love that person. You know? Pooping is pooping does. Hold up, my bad. I don't know where that came from. That ain't had nothing to do with nothing. But, yeah, man. Life is like a box of chocolates, though. You smoke rocks, don't you? Not you, I was talking about her. Well, actually, I was just quoting the movie. It really wasn't aimed at anybody. But yeah, we had to wear little Tyvek suits, I think that's what they call. And create a negative pressure room. You know, because when you're working with asbestos, you gotta, man, there's so many regulations. You gotta tape shit up. We gotta put several layers of plastic down. Like, first you gotta put down the plastic flooring. And then you gotta put down a plastic ceiling, and then you put down another layer of plastic flooring, and another layer of plastic ceiling. And in the midst of while you're doing that, you're creating a containment unit, and that consists of a clean room, which is the first room you walk into, a shower room, and then an equipment room. That's the last segment. And you gotta create all of this out of PVC pipe and you know, plastic, and you know, then set it up in the room. And it was just, man, it was just a lot, but it was cool though. It was fun. It made the day go by much faster than learning that book stuff. But yeah, man, I think I would really enjoy. I always enjoy construction jobs and things of that nature, just because a lot of times, you know, you get to show your skills. You know, you get to use your brain and solve problems. Like back when I did roofing, you know, I would find easy ways to do things, and you know, you gotta be creative And by being creative, you can make sure that you're working smarter and not harder. You know, that's a non-starter. You dig? Or a top rapper like Sean Carter. You dig? Oh shit. I wish I could rewind that. Oh shit, damn, how I do that? Damn, I fucked up. My bad, homie. I timed, damn. I think I put my homie in timeout because I was pressing buttons by mistake. Damn. Hey, Midnight. I pressed the button by mistake on my phone, and deleted a message. Damn. I deleted a bunch of messages. How the hell I delete these messages? I must have been pressing a bunch of buttons. I must have pressed the buttons by mistake. Damn, homie. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm new to this, Doug. I'm sorry. Not fresh out the uterus, but still new to this. You know what I mean? I'm getting better with my shimmy. Like I use, what I do is when a person is wave dashing towards me, I just mimic their movements in the wave dash, and usually that can, you know, like when I see them wave dashing, I just move between back and crouch real quickly at the same rhythm and pace that they're doing a wave dash, and usually that helps me to be at the correct place when they come out of it. You see what I'm saying? Oh man, 86,000 seconds, my bad, Ryuga. I'm trying to, how do I reverse it, yo? Not the homie, man. Yeah, yo, I was just in Ryuga's stream, yo. You got, damn. I'm sorry, man. Let me go through these messages and, undo them. Damn, not the homie Ryuga, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm a burnt peanut. Okay, hold on. It says put user in timeout. Let me put him in 10 seconds timeout, right? So then maybe after that it'll circumvent the 86 525,600 minutes. I know y'all know that song. Breast tactical. Spin cycle. Okay. So the 10 seconds should be over, man. Hey, Ryuga, if possible, you think you can try to send a message in the chat? In the damn. It deleted the messages. How did that happen? I know I ain't pressed nothing crazy by mistake though. Like, how would I do that? It had to have been like a series of unfortunate events, because I couldn't imagine it just be one mispress that I probably pressed inadvertently bumping into the phone. Oh damn, no, not the homie. Hey yo, see if it's a way that you could take him off a timeout with your privileges, you think? They could allow you? Yeah, I was just in his stream earlier while I was in lunch. He was beating the shit out. I think he was fighting Steve. I was like, okay, I see you. Getting busy. Oh yeah, you know what? And I got damn, for real. Yeah, and see the thing is, he a mod too. So I don't know what I did, man. I'm such a motherfucking butt crackian. Don't call yourself a butt crackian, man. Darn it. Such a cheek chaser. It deleted the message. How do I undelete his messages though? Damn, Morty. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it, yo. Damn, how long is 86,000 seconds? That's some bull math. How long is 86,000 seconds? Let me use my calculator. Let me get the calculator some shit. Yeah, and I like working construction just because I like things where, okay, you started out and then you know you can, and then you do a whole bunch of stuff and then get it to finish. You see what I'm saying? Like something that you start and it's bogus looking, but by the time you finish, that bitch look Krispy Kreme like a donut. Shit might make you go nuts. You see what I'm saying? Oh, shit's middle bam. Smoke in a can. Cheddar Biscuit, Brenda, and her bald-headed baby. Cheddar Biscuit, Brenda, and her bald-headed member, sister. Cause I don't told your girl that I won't kiss her. I just diss her, dismiss her. I gotta take a piss, give me a second. Not gonna piss in this toilet. Do you sit down when you piss, motherfucker? I won't spoil it. I run a gauntlet. Motherfuckers don't know that I will harm shit, nigga. And bomb shit, cause I bomb quick. Got a 9mm gonna click pop. And I run no more motherfucker, I had motherfuckers shooting just like crack pops. I mean snap pops. The old cereal, motherfucker know that I'm imperial like the guard. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker, I go hard. I go hard, motherfucker. In the motherfucking paint, nigga. I like chitlins. It's like, I don't like chitlins. Okay, hold on. Let me see. 225,600 minutes. 86,000 divided by 60 equals 1,400 minutes divided by 60 equals, oh my goodness, oh, 24 hours. It's just 24 hours. Damn. But I enjoy the homie's comments, yo. He like one of the only people on this motherfucker that give me positive comments. Everybody else be trying shit on me, except for, you know, except for the original crew members. But you know, he one of them too. Everybody else be trying to make me feel like a bum because they want me to be a bum. They don't want me to realize my full potential. Motherfucker, they make motherfuckers make me think that I'm mental. Like, I gotta get sharper, like a number 2 pencil. But, motherfucker, don't you know that my skyrocket knock out your dental? Motherfucker, I'll kick you in your face. Have your motherfucking ass on the chase. Boom, back. Can you motherfucker, I meant to say, motherfucker, can you feel a bass? It's a disgrace. Your mother pancakes ain't got no taste. She don't even know how to season her food, cause she's rude. I don't care, I got an attitude. And I went to school, but I didn't learn a damn thing. Actually, I didn't learn everything I needed to know. But I don't know you ain't my bro, motherfucker. You ain't my bro, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Oh shit, motherfucker. motherfucker. Dang. I got him timed out for 86,000 seconds. That wasn't the plan. I'm sorry, home. Got you timed out for 6,000 minutes. Maybe I should just leave this phone alone. Damn, she beat my ass with the quickness. Punch me in my face with a quick fist. Oh, mother freaker. You know what? Let me open. Yeah, you know what? Because I'm supposed to be doing the work. I gotta do some work for my sister. I'm gonna try to do it while I'm working. I mean, while I'm streaming, so then I can kill two birds with one rock. I don't understand how this is possible. I guess you hit one bird with the rock and it bounces off and hit the other. I mean, well, if it's crack rock, then they probably would smoke it together. So, but no, I don't think that would kill a bird. It just make him high. Oh well, no, you know what? Crack does kill. If anybody is listening to this and they happen to experiment with drugs, never ever in your life experiment with crack. Okay? I'm pretty sure you already know this, but most people don't know why. And the reason is, I don't care how headstrong you are. You know what I mean? I don't care how strong-willed you are. It doesn't matter. I mean, you know, and I'm telling you this from experience. I've been, you know, I sold my first ready pill at 12 years old in middle school. So I've been dealing with motherfuckers that use that shit for decades. And one thing that I learned to be true is that once a motherfucker take that first hit, they on that mission for the rest of their life. It's something about what it does to your brain that causes you to be mentally addicted to it. Not physically, like if you don't smoke, you're not gonna feel sick like if you was on smack or some shit, but you gonna be trying to get it. Like, I swear to God, yo, it will be nights where you see one person, right? You see him, let's say it's 5 o'clock. Let's say it's 5 in the morning. You see him at 5 in the morning, he gonna grab something, right? But I guarantee you, in like an hour or so, it's gonna be gone, and he's gonna be coming back, getting more. And that was with everybody. They, you know, that's why it's so lucrative, because it psychologically, you know, makes you psychologically addicted. So at certain points, all you can think about is that. But then, you know, once a person hits that first one, their brain is fucked up. You know, their brain is fucked up in the point where it's going to be wanting more. You know, and it's going to convince you to want more. It's going to convince you to steal a toaster and try to sell it for whatever or some shit, man. I done had motherfuckers bring me all types of shit, yo. I had a nigga try to give me his crutches one time. I was like, yo, what the fuck I'm gonna do with some crutches, man? Get the fuck out of here. But no, I'm dead serious, yo. He was like, yo, these is, he said something about this. Like, I guess he named the brand. He's supposed to be like a famous medical brand or some shit. And I'm like, yo, listen, I can't do shit with no crutches, man. I mean, motherfuckers that bring you guns, shit, all types of shit. Family heirlooms, old coins. It was this one dude, yo. He worked at like one of them auto stores where they put speakers in your shit, and like I guess he know the owners real having his family. But this dude, and this is I swear this is true. Every single day he would steal $200 to $400 out of the register just to, spend. You see what I'm saying? Not giving a fuck about the consequences or nothing. He just like, fuck it. He was stealing that money. It's like, it's a rough life. And a lot of people, they don't understand what it's like to be, a person like that. So a lot, their family alienates them, and, it's just, and that drives them further into it. That's why, with the work I do with my sister, because she does, like one of the other business, the one business that I work for, they do mental health treatment and also substance abuse treatment. So they, they do medicine and stuff like that, and then have whole classes, whole classes and stuff like that for real. And I'm gonna go through to get certified so I can be, a trainer to talk to people, because I done been through everything they got to do with that. I done been on both sides. I done been a drug user and abuser, as well as a seller. So, I know that I can use my experience to be able to help others. You know what I mean? Watching Hwoarang really changed my perspective on a lot of things. You know what I mean? With the dude Ali, I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but Ali was the type of person, he sponsored people to try to help them get away from drugs, because he used to have a drug problem. You know what I mean? And like, people like Ali, they the real MVPs, yo. Because he been through it, and he got an understanding of what it's like, People that are trying to recover from substance abuse, the one thing that hurts them is the judgment that they get from people. Like, even if they're doing the right thing and going to rehab and trying to get better, they still deal with the stigma of people constantly, treating them like a drug addict. And you can't help it, because that's just how people are, But, it's counterintuitive to them, because, if a person's doing right, and they're proud of their rightness, but, a person that's big in their life downplays it and talks about them like they was still doing the same things that they was doing before. And this person is genuinely trying to do better. You see what I'm saying? But a family member with no understanding is only thinking about the past and, dealing with saying shit that don't need to be said, just because they don't understand what it's like. And that type of stuff can drive a person to relapse. Drugs is a big part of almost everybody's life. I'm pretty sure everybody on earth has a person that they know of, or probably in their family, or just a person that they know, period, that has a substance abuse issue. You see what I'm saying? But, I think it would be an enlightening experience to try to counsel and help people, just based on my expertise from being on both sides of the track. And, I like to think of myself as a good teacher, just because I understand a lot of stuff on a deep level. You see what I'm saying? Not trying to toot my own horn and shit, but I understand stuff different than most people. And the only reason I know that this is true is just, as a smart person, just dealing with people, you're gonna be able to tell, just based off of certain things that they do or don't do, whether they contain your level of I wouldn't say expertise, but level of intelligence, I'd say. It's like, I know that there's certain actions that a person can take on that would show me that they aren't as advanced in certain things as I am, just by the questions they ask or the things that they do. Because you know yourself, okay, that's something that I found out a long time ago or something. I'm pretty much, the point I'm making is, like, you can tell you can tell if you're smarter than a person in a subject just by the things they say, you know. But people that aren't good in a subject, you know, they wouldn't understand that, if that makes sense. Like, it would just make them think that you conceited or something, you know. And I know sometimes I say shit that might make a person think that I'm conceited, but I've never ever been conceited a day in my life, you see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know that I'm not more special than anybody else on this earth. You know, everybody has the same capacity to do anything that I can do. You know, yeah, it might be easier for some and harder for others, but still, everybody has the capacity. It might just take them longer, but, you know. That's why I always try to encourage people in the game, like, man, don't let these people discourage you or make you feel like, you know, you ain't got skills, or that they're better than you because this they first Tekken and they was able to make it to this rank or anything like that. Like, don't never let nobody discourage you or anything like that, because, you know, nobody knows the full picture. You see what I'm saying? And because nobody knows the full picture, you can't expect, you know, a person can't be, that it would be very presumptuous of them to think that they know something or understand something about you that you don't understand. You see what I'm saying? That damn fish! That's a big ass bass. You should have made a fillet out that motherfucker. I guess he ain't one of no din-dins. That's what I used to call cat food. Oh, you want some din-dins? You ready for some din-dins? Yeah, I like cats and motherfucker. You got a problem with that? Oh shit, I lost three viewers. I guess they didn't like the fact that I like cats. I thought everybody loved cats. You know? Pussy, a little bit of pussy is always a good thing. Get your mind out the gutter, my brother. I was talking to myself. I could have just used the word kitty cat. Alright. And boom. The goal is, when I'm in standby, only skyrockets. That's what I need to do.
Get ready for the next battle.
They had us put on these little Tyvek suits, man. These shit's making my legs itch. They're taking that shit off, man. My dumb ass wanted to have shorts on. Hope I'm not allergic to anything in that material. But yeah, man, I'm happy as hell. I can't lie, man. Things are just looking up, man. I mean, I'm always happy as hell. But still. Oh, yo, and I just found out that one of my closest homies, man, my last homie I was waiting for to come home, just got released to the halfway house, man. Super happy, yo. You know, like, this my man's like that, for real. You see what I'm saying? He 0372, for real. You know, that's the Baltimore number. Damn, do I still remember my number? Yeah, yep, 63607 037. That means I was the 636. I was the 63,607 person to get convicted out of the Baltimore, out of the Maryland district. That's how they do in the feds. They can start from the lower numbers and go high. So anybody that got locked up after me has a higher number, if that makes sense. But yeah, man, that shit, I was so happy when I seen that. Cause like this my man's, like, in for like the past, when I first came home, my main focus was getting my credit right, Like I used, I had a nice piece of change saved up when I came home. Luckily, you see what I'm saying? And you know, and oh yeah, and my ex had gave me a night, man. My ex came through, gave me $1,500 and shit. As soon as I touched down, and brought me all of my stuff, like my music equipment and computers, my laptops, my MacBook, all that shit, man. You know, she definitely did right. You see what I'm saying? And she had a boyfriend at the time. I don't think she let him know that she was doing that. But she gave me that bread just because when we was together, she ain't had to work. I told her, man, as soon as we first got together and we was official, I was like, yo, I ain't tripping. You don't gotta. I ain't tell her she ain't had to work. Well, I did say that kind of, but I was like, I don't care if you work. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna take care of all the bills. You just make sure that you working on your dreams or working on something, and that's it. And I take care of everything out, And now, by me assisting her and helping her out, she one of the biggest people that do cosmetic dentistry in the whole city. Like, she charged up. I'm talking about, like, she got one of them $150,000 Benz trucks. Like, she had brought, I used to call him my stepson, but that's my little man. We was never married, so he ain't my stepson. But, we was all a family for years. We was together for like 8 years all together. And I known him since he was like 3. But, pretty much, she had brought him over to record. Because, I got a full-fledged studio at my crib. And, when she brought him through, I'm sitting up there waiting for her coming down the street. It sounded like a race car coming down the street, man. Then when she pulled out, like, oh yeah, this motherfucker clean. Like, that shit was clean as shit, brand new. It had, and I guess it had some type of loud pipe because it sounded like, sounded like a race car driving down the street. But she let me drive it to the store and shit so I could stunt in front of the homies and shit, like jump up out of it, like, yeah, okay, you see me. Yeah, I did that. And I felt good doing it too. but yeah, man, But yeah, she doing real good in her business. Yeah, I couldn't be proud of her for real. But she definitely did right, Even though I was upset, she let her new nigga, use my bike. I didn't get my bike back and shit. And I know her new nigga was riding. His little homie told me and shit. But I wasn't tripping. I didn't want that bike anyway. Even though I missed my bike, it would have been good to ride that motherfucker. And I'm talking about a pedal bike, a mountain bike. It was a nice joint though. It cost me like $300. It was nice. White and blue, had all the special shit on it. And I would just mostly I would just put it in my trunk and go to this trail and ride through the trail just to clear my head. I used to like to go to the woods and walk and sit on the water. That's how I used to unwind. Especially when I was working. When I was a mailman, I had a special ritual. I would either sit after I got off of work. I would either sit at my back window, looking out the window at the woods, just chilling, smoking and contemplating, or I would go to a little spot in the woods where I could, clear my thoughts and just be close to nature, walk around and shit. Oh yeah, and I had a dog back then. Oh, hold on a sec. My brother's calling me.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight. Final round. Fight. Get ready for the next battle.
No. To be honest with you, I'm on the phone, so you know. But the back three is what be killing people, man. But hold up, once I'm done, once I'm not preoccupied, I'm gonna show you what it be like. But hold on, I gotta put it back on me.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Fight.
ready for the next battle.
Hey yo, I'm so sorry. My bad. I got into an argument with my brother. It was a whole bunch of shit. This nigga get on my nerves. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh shit, hold on. He calling me back. Hold on.
Round one. Fight. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight.
話にならんな。Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight.
귀찮아.
Round one. Fight. You win.
덤벼봐.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
귀찮아.
貴様をここで終わらせる Round one. Fight. Round one. Fight.
My bad, y'all. I'm still dealing with a whole bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna be back soon, like in 3 seconds. I mean, not 3 seconds. I ain't gonna lie, but like a couple minutes.
Round two. Fight.
Oh shit, yeah, he just popped up at the crib and shit. I'm about to go out and catch up with him real quick. We about to go see my father for a minute. But definitely, since you know this little 4 rated I was on here today, it wasn't, I don't know how long it's been, but it ain't been a long time, and I ain't really get to fight the way I wanted to fight just because I was fighting other battles in the background. But when I get back from the VA hospital, I'm jumping right on and I'm getting right to it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I done D-ranked and all that shit, yo. That's what this motherfucker was getting on my nerves, I swear. But let me get about this house and go see Pops, and then you know, I'll holler at y'all when I get back. I appreciate y'all, you know. I appreciate y'all for coming and watching, though, you know. Like it definitely means a lot to me. Every single one of y'all that come by and watch, you know, and watch the boy Mel. Shit, how can I press the button? I can't press it. And watch the boy Mel Mizzle play the game. You see what I'm saying? You know, I appreciate that. I couldn't even put it in words. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout in like a couple hours, because we're not gonna be out long. Probably like 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna be back on. And yeah, Sean Duff. Alright, you guys. Peace to the grease.